The value of learning a cultural language like Italian is that it improves many of your thinking skills, and according to some researchers, you become more tolerant and creative. I have learned three languages throughout my life: Spanish, English, and Italian. Knowing these three languages has helped me in so many ways. I've learned how to express myself better and make myself clear. Do you think learning a new language opens yourself to new opportunities? Yeah, I think so too. Because of this, I've had the opportunity to study in other countries and really find out what I want to do in the future. Italian is a beautiful and romantic language, and in a global level, brands like Ferrari, Barilla, Armani, and more have become huge all around the world. Did you know that it also benefits in the international relations of the UK community? Speaking and understanding Italian means a lot to native speakers because they appreciate the connection they can make with people from all around the world. Italy has an amazing culture and a lot of diversity. This is why I love it so much, and I started learning this language. Now I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Which do you think is the most romantic language? Since Italian businesses have grown so much globally throughout the years, do you know any that are located here in Mexico? Like shops, restaurants, or brands?
Hi, my name is Alejandra and I'm going to explain you about English language and why it's important. English is an universal language. I know two languages which are Spanish and English. When I was at first grade, I thought, why should I learn another language if I'm from Mexico and all the population here speak Spanish? But now I know the answer. English is the most common language. That means that when you wanted to find a job, most companies ask you to know it. But it's not also for having a job. Also, when you wanted to travel to another place like United States, you need to know how to speak and understand other people. For example, you want to go to Disneyland, but you don't know how to speak it. So, how can you communicate with other people if you even know it? And if you have an emergency, it will be really difficult to communicate with others. Another fact of English language is writing. It's one of the basic things for knowing a language. Because if you didn't correct something, nobody will understand you. And also, it's important when you want to chat with someone. Knowing a different language can help yourself as you can be more tolerant, you can have an open mind, etc. English provides you to have more friends from different cultures and help you at school when you want to study in another country or for looking at grade school for your studies. Also, many scientific papers are written in English, and on the internet, half the content are written in English. The principal reason that I started learning English is like, as I told you, most of the jobs ask you to know it, but also someday I wanted to live in United States or in England. Thank you for your attention.
My name is Lisette and I'm going to talk about Chinese language. The value of learning a new language for me is that you get a lot of abilities and you get like more confident about yourself. And I've, I've learned two languages during all my life, Spanish and English, and I would like to learn a third language that is Chinese.
What is important of speaking this language? The importance of speaking this language is that it is the most spoken language in the world. It's spoken by 1,170 millions of people there, all around the world.
Also, the importance of understanding it because it's one of the most old, it's one of the oldest language in the world with 1,000 years of the people speaking it. And there is not really an importance of writing it because even though there are 50,000 characters, a daily Chinese writer will only use 2,500 to communicate. Importance this country has in a global level is that it's one of the most rich is
one of the richest countries in the world. So every country needs, or almost every country needs to work with them. Chinese people are like very close mind, but because they don't accept like every habit that all the countries had, but they try to open up so that their language persists.
So why would I learn German? That's a really easy and hard question because learning German it's not easy. I went to Canada 1 year to study, and as a second language over there, I took German, and it was really tough. Like the vocabulary, grammar, and everything are like completely different. I think it's not that hard. I just didn't put enough effort, and I kind of regret it. But at least I know like something numbers, and like I could read street signs or something if I was over there in Germany. But the most important thing is that learning new languages can bring you a lot of opportunities, like in work. German is the most spoken language over Europe, and also like Germany is the number three biggest economy in Europe and the number one exporter in the world. So I think there's a lot of business opportunity. Also, it counts with best medicine schools in the world. So that should be another great reason. If you want to study medicine, you can give it a try and learn German opportunity. Also, it counts with best medicine schools in the world. So that should be another great reason. If you want to study medicine, you can give it a try and learn German. But in general, learning languages have helped me a lot because I can travel freely communicating myself, but like at least in English. And also it opens your mind because you start consuming like different type of social media like in English, and I have started to read in English as well. So it's not just like what you see on Mexican TV all the time. You expand your knowledge a little bit. So now after saying all of this, I want to ask you, why would you learn a new language and which language will you learn? And just like as a quiz question, what is the most spoken language over Europe and which number in exportations takes Germany? Thank you.
I hope you learned more about the value of learning a new language. Thank you for your attention.